store called the Flip Flop Shops. Yeah, it's a little chilly, but see all the clouds are burning off. It's gonna get warm here in a minute. I don't think so. We gotta keep walking for a little bit. Yeah, big guitar.
我都不知道你喜欢吗？喜欢报了吧？哎呀！
Wow, what's that? Is that what? You don't get punched.
And while you're inside the theme park as a VIP, you do get unlimited front-of-the-line access to all the rides, shows, and attractions. This is the only way that you get unlimited front-of-the-line access while you're with us. But seats are extremely limited and are selling quick, so if you're interested or you have any questions, definitely come and see us. Again, my name is Dallas. I'm out here with George. You'll find us on the left or the right-hand side of the red carpet. Where the VIP
this way. Yeah. Oh.
School buses. What are you going to do now? I'm going to do gardening. Just gardening. These milk bottles. And if you be man enough, don't hurt old Willie. Willie's your friend. But I'll bet none of you are.
You know, I'm not just an information booth attendant. I'm also an aspiring puppeteer. You want to see my puppet show? The following rides are closed. The Ferris wheel, the Krusty Carousel, Krusty's House of the Future. Sorry.
Anyone lose a sweater? How about the sunglasses? Everything that's not claimed goes to charity. Unless it fits us. Even if it doesn't. How do I look? It's you.
I'm sorry. Physicists work on the process of cloning the selected dinosaurs.
I'm not gonna go in the Transformers.
You're not gonna ride Transformers? Okay. What? You either? Really, the only two down here I want to do are this one and the Mummy. You don't have to do the Mummy.
I'm gonna go on the Mummy.
You're not gonna?
I'm gonna.
Okay, you and I will ride the Mummies.
I'm not going on the
You know,
Transformers.
I don't really feel like doing.
Welcome.
Is that what they said? I don't think so. Oh, look at dinosaur. Look at it. You see it?
Yeah.
Straight up ahead there, bud. Look, up tall, up high. Wow. These are the good dinosaurs. They're the veggie eaters. Look at the waterfall.
These gentle giants pose no threat to us.
Did you hear that? These gentle giants pose no threat to us. Oh, look, a little baby. Take a look. Oh, look at him up there. You see him? See him, babe?
Jurassic-taught scientists provide our herbivore friends with a strictly controlled organic diet, ensuring healthy growth and balance of our ecosystem. Next up, a vicious carnivore.
That's where the velociraptors are. Uh-oh. Braden, look, a velociraptor is over there in the boat. Look at the boat. He's chewing up the boat. Tegan, there's nothing scary right now. You can look, I promise. Oh, here's a Jeep up above us. Braden, you see the Jeep? Oh, here it comes. Oh, no! Tegan, you can look. It's look. Tegan, we're coming to a place where we're going up a hill. You can go play in the dinosaur thing.
Yeah. And then airplane. Luckily, there's
That's right. No, oh my God, that's what the ride looked like, just like that.
Yeah.
Now spray water in my face.
That last two not so tiny.
No, I'm gonna, next time I see Buchanan, I'm gonna call her a liar. Say what?
We'll probably see her in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Whoa, look at that.
Tell Granny about the last hill. What?
There's a big hill. We fell down it.
Fell down a big hill?
Dinosaur tried to bite us and we went down a hill.
One of Dad's friends told him that it was
How you doing, Hadley?
the dinosaurs trying to get you? Very cool.
84.
Okay, wait, let's say it. Let me climb on it. Do we need to find bathrooms?
Yeah, probably. Here's the...
No food and a beer. Yaha. And sun.
Well, I'm gonna go wait in line. The mummy's straight across. And I got a phone. How you doing? You want to get something to eat? Yeah, me too. I'm hungry. Who, what?
I'm even hungrier.
You're hungrier than me?
You're videotaping upstairs.
I'm videotaping you.
Videotaping.
Hold still. Don't move. Here, move your hand back just a little bit. There you go. Good job.
We're celebrating music on the movies. In 2002, Rap Artist
Yep, please don't sit on the stairs.
debut in the critically acclaimed drama 8 Mile. The song Lose Yourself from the film went on to win an Oscar.
You want to go look in the Quickie Mart real quick? you're good. That's what turns it on. Oh, you want to go urinate?
Hey, I want to.
There she is. What's wrong? Okay, let's go. Curious George time. Your hands are moist. Did you pee on them?
Yes.
Oh, gross. Tegan, you shouldn't pee on your hands.
I did not.
Sick. Tegan, sick.
I was 6 kids. Now where do we get?
Where do we what?
Where do we get?
Follow Tegan. You take your brother in there and find Grammy, okay?
I'll try.
I'm getting in line. And tell Grammy to hold her phone. All right, you follow your sister.
We got juices, sodas, all beverages, snacks. Yes, piqued your interest. Right? We've got cotton candy, pretzels, that kind of thing. Your fingers are crossed. Is that for good luck? Oh, yeah, that's for good luck. What flavor did you go with? Did you go with cookies and cream? Oh, mint chocolate chip. Good choice. How was the tour? Awesome. What was your favorite part? King Kong. King Kong was my favorite. Are you excited for King Kong? What's your name? Hi, Jasmine. I hope you have fun on King Kong in the studio tour. Hope you enjoy yourself today.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do need everybody all the way behind the red and yellow line. This train has gone to a cart. Please remain behind the line until your train arrives.
Last part of the day is at
What?
I'm singing it, Steve.
Oh, you're singing? You ready, dude? You ready? Look at how excited you are.
No 3D.
Well, you can close your eyes to that. It's going to be King Kong 3D.
You don't have to wear the 3D glasses. Wait, do you have to wear the 3D glasses?
No, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay.
But you won't get to see the 3D.
I know, I don't like 3D.
Okay.
Neither does Tegan.
Hadley, stay back here, okay? Stay right there, Hadley. All right, straight across, babe. Straight across, Hadley. That front row, right to that front row. Okay. Oh, hold on. Wait.
You get to the very front.
Yep. That's us. All right, we're in the very front there.
do something to these?
Scooch all the way to your right so you can leave room for everyone.
What?
Once you grab your seat, go ahead and kick
I don't
back.
know. We'll have to find out.
Relax.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Tour guide Francisco.
And the greatest driver.
Driver Andy.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Driver Andy.
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Ah, yes, the safety rules. For your safety and comfort, please make sure you remain seated while this vehicle is in motion, keeping arms and legs inside of the tram at all times. Small children whose feet cannot touch the floors towards the center of the aisle, away from the outside gate. And if you have an emergency of any kind, you drop a piece of equipment outside of the tram, or you drop a boyfriend outside of the tram, or you notice any sound or video problem, just pull the emergency cord located right overhead and I'll be back to assist. Also, fair warning that portions of the tour do include loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and even the possibility of getting wet, so make sure you keep your cameras protected. So now that we got all that taken care of, let's head on down to the studio. Now, last year was a really big year for us at Universal Studios because 2012 was our 100th anniversary of making movies. Universal Pictures is now over 100 years old, which is pretty incredible. And Season 3 of The Voice. Anybody here watch The Voice at all? We got a few Voice fans. A couple of you guys. It's all right. Season 3 of The Voice. All of the live performances were shot inside of Stage 12 there, and all of the blind auditions for Season 4 of The Voice, the new season with Shakira and Usher, also shot inside of Stage 12, and they're going to be coming back during the live shows as well. Stage 12 over the years has been home to many big productions, and these are just a few examples. Get a chance to see over here on the left are stages 25 and eventually 24, or 23 and 22. They all belong to one of the most popular dramas on television, CSI, Crime Scene Investigations. The current season currently has Elizabeth Shue and Ted Danson. This is the original series that takes place out in Las Vegas. So as you can see, it actually shoots a little weird. It's right here in Southern California inside of these stages here. Also, right across the way, you're going to get a chance to see one of our oldest sound stages here on the left, Stage 28 on the right side here. Stage 28 was originally built back in 1925 to house the elaborate Paris Opera House set from the original silent film version of The Phantom of the Opera. That's the film that starred Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces, in his most famous film role. Since then, Stage 28 here has been home to some of the biggest creators of Hollywood, including The Bride of Frankenstein, Mother from Psycho, the T-Rex from The Lost World, and of course the Grinch. And some of the monsters inside of Stage 28 in recent years have been a little bit more cuddly, actually, as that was the stage where the Jim Henson Company shot their hit comedy, The Muppets, starring Kermit the Frog and Jason Segel. A little bit of The Muppets also shot inside of Stage 27, right across the way there. Stage 27 also used recently in the final season of the popular Showtime series Weeds. Now, I have mentioned a lot of TV shows. It's because we at Universal happen to be one of the largest television production studios in the world, besides being one of the largest movie studios. And over the last year, a lot of brand new shows have actually shot right out here using our very sound stages. TV shows like Matthew Perry's Go On, as well as Chelsea Handler. She has her late night talk show, Chelsea Lately. Back in October, they changed to a different studio. That different studio was right out here at Universal inside of our very own sound stage 1. Now, coming up over here on the right, you're also going to get a chance to see some of the sound stages that belong to one of television's most critically acclaimed shows. And that's Parenthood, which airs on there. Or Tracy Mills is born right. Now, our television history dates all the way back to the 1939 New York World Fair, which was our first television broadcast, and since then we produced and televised some of the biggest shows ever seen on network television. As a matter of fact, we're actually part of NBC Universal, which is one of the world's largest entertainment companies, consisting not only of NBC and Universal, but also Sci-Fi, USA Bravo, the Golf Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, the Weather Channel, Oxygen, NBC Sports, and of course, Telemundo. But But if you're wondering where all these movies and TV shows come from, well, just check out the production bungalows over here on the left. These house some of the offices of Hollywood's biggest writers, directors, producers, and sometimes even actors who currently have a development deal with the studio. Now, this studio alone receives thousands of different screenplays a year, and out of these thousands, maybe about 12 will actually get made into movies. So the chances of getting a script produced here from these bungalows are about as good a bet as winning the lottery. But one guy that has had a lot of success over the last couple of years is the head CEO of Hasbro Entertainment. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. Potato Head. You'll be seeing Mr. Potato Head's bungalow coming up here very shortly. Recently, Universal and Hasbro have been combining their efforts to bring some of their franchises to the big screen, like last summer's film Battleship.
Look, Mr. Potato Head.
Right next door to that is the infamous Bungalow 5195, which used to belong to none other than Alfred Hitchcock. Whenever he was making some of these classic films like Psycho, he was actually working out of that bungalow there. Right now, it belongs to the Dino De Laurentiis company, headed by Martha De Laurentiis. And Martha De Laurentiis and Brian Fuller are both executive producers of the brand new NBC series Hannibal, which, by the way, premieres tonight on NBC. You might want to check it out. Remember to eat your fear. Right now, we're going to go ahead and cross a little border from the front lot out into the Universal back lot, which houses exterior sets that are built on a very large scale. Most of these buildings might appear to be made out of brick and stone, but they're really just made out of foam, rubber, fiberglass, and other lightweight materials. If you take a look over here to the left, you get a chance to see the opening mouth of our New York Street. Here to tell you a little bit about New York Street is Jimmy Fallon.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
And currently shooting on our very own New York Street is the hit ABC television series Revenge. New York Street was also seen in a lot of recent blockbuster films, including the amazing Spider-Man, as well as Captain America: The First Avenger, where we made it look like New York in the 1940s, actually Brooklyn, New York. And it was also used in a lot of recent TV shows, such as NCIS and Criminal Minds. Now, a lot of the sets that you're looking at right now are actually pretty brand new, only a couple of years old or so. It's because back in 2008 there was a big fire, we lost a lot of sets out here, but the show must go on. We decided to start something called the Phoenix Project, which was basically rebuilt here. They all are now reinforced with a metal infrastructure so we can shoot interior scenes as well as exterior, not just outside shots. Now, one of the things that we wanted to do, though, that was completely brand new, we wanted to have a street that not just doubled as New York or San Francisco or Los Angeles, which a lot of these buildings do. We wanted to have something that had a little bit more of a European flair to it. So we decided to create what you see right here, and that is our London Square. This area here is actually inspired off of 19th century Bath, England architectural designs. And the church, just a little bit further back there, is actually a non-denominational church. It has a London-type feeling to it, but we decided that we would leave it up to the filmmakers to dress up that church according to whatever denomination the script would demand. We also have a Parliament building over here, too. And one really cool thing that we have, this cool feature, is if you take a look over here past that tram over there on the left, you'll be able to see this big wall. Actually serves several different purposes. For one thing, if you're shooting across the street and you don't want to see the Southern California hills in the background when you're trying to get a London type feeling here, this wall serves as a little bit of a background filler with that two-dimensional painting there. If you light it properly and keep it just slightly out of the... By the way,
so far so good.
Our London Square location has been home to a lot of recent modern day music videos. Some of these music videos would include videos that were shot by Lady Gaga. Justin Bieber and Chris Brown shot the music video Next to You on the rooftops of all of these buildings that you see over here too. And for those of you who are big Michael Bublé fans, Michael Bublé battled a couple of aliens out in the middle of the street right here within this location. Now, like I mentioned before, a lot of this stuff is pretty brand new since the fire took place. We lost a lot of older sets out here, and so we decided to kind of redesign everything, do a complete overhaul, even change the way a lot of these buildings look. Originally, the foam rubber bricks were a little less detailed than you can see them now, and we used to actually have a loading dock area over here too. So for anyone who saw the film Bruce Almighty, there was a scene where Jim Carrey talking with a couple of monkeys. It was actually done within this location right over here. Those of you saw the movie might know what I'm talking about. London Square over here, though, primarily gets used quite a bit for a lot of music videos and a lot of commercials that have shot out within this location. Now, when we were recreating a lot of these sets, we actually decided to get the opinion on how to redesign a lot of these sets from some of Hollywood's biggest directors. People like Steven Spielberg pitched in a lot of ideas to us. And the reason why is because Spielberg actually considers Universal sort of like a second home. Matter of fact, the rumor has it that Steven Spielberg got his big start working in the movie industry simply by taking the studio tour, like all of you are doing right now. You see, there was a portion of the studio tour back in those days when he was just a young person who did a couple of years of film school, decided to take a visit to Universal Studios, take the tram tour. We used to have a portion of the tour where we would stop the trams, and we'd let people get out, walk around and see some of our props and things like that. During that portion of the tour, Spielberg decided to play hooky. Instead of boarding back onto the tram again to continue the tour, he just sort of did his own exploring out in the lot, eventually found an abandoned office out on the front lot. And from that point on, he became an annual pass holder, came back every day that summer, went back to that same abandoned office, started setting up his own production company, started networking, eventually met a couple of producers out there, and introduced himself as a young filmmaker who had a lot of movies he wanted to submit to them. So they asked him for a sample of some of his work, and he showed him a little sample of a homemade movie he did, which was called Amblin, and from that point on, they signed him up for a 7-year contract, working for Universal Television, directing lots of TV shows like episodes of The Night Gallery. Now, eventually, one of the first jobs that Spielberg was given when he was hired by Universal was to give a tour to a young writer who had just recently sold his rights to his novel, The Andromeda Strain. That young writer's name was Michael Crichton, who many years later would write another series of very successful books, Jurassic Park. Eventually, Spielberg and Michael Crichton collaborated to bring Jurassic Park to the big screen, which, by the way, Jurassic Park celebrates its 20th anniversary. Do we have any big Jurassic Park fans here in the house today? I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park. I love the original film, and I am super excited that tomorrow I get a chance to see it once again for the first time in 20 years up on the big screen. Not to mention the fact it's going to be remastered in 3D, which I think is incredible. So, you might want to check that out. But Steven Spielberg and Michael Crichton, who were really quite new to the business at the time, wound up collaborating to bring some of the most big franchises to the big screen. Not to mention the fact that Jurassic Park 4 will be coming to the big screen sometime in 2014. All right, now let's have a little look here at the trailer for Jurassic Park in 3D.
Hi, I'm Steven Spielberg, and it's hard to believe that over 20 years ago, I shot the first Jurassic Park film right here on the Universal lot at Soundstage 12. We built the entire visitor center inside that building, and even the massive dinosaur atrium. On April 5th, you'll be able to experience Jurassic Park like never before in 3D and IMAX 3D. So please join us and relive the adventure.
Jurassic Park 3D, rated PG-13.
All right, now besides getting a lot of advice from Steven Spielberg when redesigning a lot of these sets, we also talked to people like Peter Jackson, who back in 2004 brought back one of Universal's classic monsters to the big screen. And of course, I'm talking about King Kong.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island. The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film, and this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
Now, King Kong was a very, very great performer in that 2004 screen adaptation, and the reason why is because it was an actual actor wearing a motion capture and acting circus. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island.
The dinosaurs.
Oh man, they're everywhere.
Hold on.
Hang on to them, everybody, because you're going to get a chance to recycle them at the end of eternity.
Did you get wet?
Yeah. That right there is actually one of the most intense and immersive 3D experiences in the world. The screens themselves stand over 40 feet tall and 180 feet long on both sides of the tram. It's pretty incredible.
Yes.
The film itself is actually directed by Peter Jackson and the Weta Digital Studios. Combined efforts brought home several different Academy Awards. Movies such as Avatar.
Did you like that? That was awesome.
Yeah. I like
Did you even open your eyes a little bit? Was it pretty cool? It was awesome.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. Working on a movie, we always know people are looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on. Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
I know.
Also, one of the things about
King Kong broke that tram
that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot, and this tram is driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's on. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
All right. Right now, is a really great camera opportunity, everybody. Make sure you get your cameras out, because coming up on the left, you're about to see some of Hollywood's biggest stars. And I'm talking about the lady up there on the screen. That's awful. Why did you show us that, President? Well, here's the real reason why. Because I'm going to show you Universal's picture cars here. What is a picture car, you ask? My answer, a picture car is any stationary vehicle that is seen by the camera on the set. And as you can see, a lot of these cars are about as memorable as the stars who've driven them. And I can't talk about a Universal picture car without talking about cars like the DeLorean there from Back to the Future. Several of our heavy hitters here from the Fast and the Furious films. Now, filmmakers rely a lot on these picture cars to really supercharge their films, and adding the right kind of car can make or break a big-time Hollywood blockbuster film, and that's especially true for films like The Fast and the Furious, which combine picture cars with motion control effects, as well as pyrotechnic effects and CGI effects to bring some of these high-octane scenes to life up on the big screen. How do we do that? I'm going to show you right now inside of special effects stage number 55, as you can see, all decked out Tokyo style. Just keep your cameras aimed over here to our two stars of today's demonstration, Carnage and Karma, over here on the left.
We're on the set.
Can you see?
Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
And cut. Say hello to Carnage and Karma, everyone. These are two great examples of motion control effects. Take it out, guys. Very nice. Hey, now do that thing I taught you. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. If you come back tomorrow, you're going to see him do the Gangnam Style. It'll be awesome. Now, if you wanted these guys to appear dancing in the air magically, you just have them dancing in front of a green screen so you can digitally remove those robotic arms there. Make it look like they're dancing in the air.
What?
Dancing on ice. Dancing with the tongue.
Tomorrow, they do Gangnam Style.
All those
Awesome.
motions are carefully controlled by a computer, so they never change their performance.
See, that stuff's not scary, is it? No.
Just like me. I got another big treat for you. Because directly ahead of us is Site B from the Lost World Jurassic Park, but I don't think we should go inside. It's all fenced off, and I don't really want to go anywhere where I'm not welcome.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
All right, thanks, Tom.
We might see a dinosaur. I don't know.
So here we go. We're in Jurassic Park right now. You can see all sorts of vehicles, props, and sets used in the filming of the first 3 Jurassic Park movies. Since it has been almost 10 years since the last Jurassic Park film was released in theaters, some people might think that dinosaurs have pretty much been extinct here in Hollywood, but I'm not so sure about that. What do you say, Dilophosaurus? Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, careful.
It went. Oh, there's
Dilophosaurus begs to differ, my friends. Not to worry, Cars 3 and 4, you're going to get yours too. That's right. All right.
That wasn't scary.
Pretty crazy stuff. Now, I did talk a little bit about Jurassic Park. You know, again, I'm a huge fan. The first film's coming out in theaters tomorrow, and then, of course, the 4th Jurassic Park movie, which has been in pre-production for about almost 10 years, finally coming out in 2014. That one will also be a big-time release in 3D. But I gotta tell you something. It is pretty difficult to produce these movies and to make these movies, which is the reason why it's been so long since the 4th movie's come out. You see, in order to create a tropical rainforest environment, like say in a Jurassic Park movie, one would have to have complete and total control over the elements and absolute mastery over all of weather. And there's only one human being alive I know who wields that kind of power, and I think you all know who I'm talking about. He's from NBC's The Today Show, ladies and gentlemen, Al Roker.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas.
All right.
Cool and cloudy in Little Europe.
All right.
expect snow and sleet on New York Street.
I will bring my cane.
We've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Isla Nublar. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the lot.
Over there, see it raining?
Huh. What do you know?
Keep watching.
Apparently Al Roker predicted a flash flood right out here in Old Mexico. That's where we are right now, and there's all that rain that just kind of came out of nowhere. That's crazy. You know what? I haven't seen it rain this hard out here on the backlot since, gosh, I don't know, an hour ago when I did my last tour. This is crazy. Yeah, you know, I think Al Roker might be right here, folks. See, here in Southern California, when you get rain like this, it really does lead to some pretty bad flash floods like the one headed straight for the tram right now. Hang on, everybody. If you're sitting in a blue seat, you're going to get wet.
Wow, look at all that water.
Now, what you're looking at, there's thousands of gallons of recycled water that goes down the hill into the storm drains, and since we're green here at Universal, that water gets recycled right back into the theme park's water fountains for a nice, cool, mineral-rich drink.
And I got wet.
By the way, Malcolm in the Middle fans might remember Frankie Muniz starred in a movie called Big Fat Liar many years ago. Oh, right over there, check it out.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, we'll see about that. Hey, you're a funny monkey!
Right now that we're crossing the border from Old Mexico to the rough and tough western town of 6 Points, Texas, and if you take a look around, you can tell there's something in the air right now. It's a little tense out here, and I think the reason why is, rumor has it, there's supposed to be a showdown out here at high noon, or high 3:30. Let's check it out.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while they're getting good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Oh, you can count on me, Fallon. And yeah.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Well, I'm glad they worked that out. Well, we circle around, by the way. Here on the back lot, you can be in 6 Points, Texas one moment, or at the Pacific Ocean the next. If you take a look over here on the left, you'll see an area of the lot which we call Park Lake. It's been seen as the entire Pacific Ocean in TV shows like McHale's Navy, classic shows like that, as well as ABC's Desperate Housewives, where it was made up to look like a swamp. It was also the original Black Lagoon from the creature from the Black Lagoon. And this was also where Norman Bates stashed a couple of his friends in the film Psycho. Okay, everybody, now in just a moment, we'll be entering a part of the lot which we call Little Europe. We call it that because we basically make it look like any European country we need, simply by changing the language of the signs and utilizing all sorts of different props. Here it is. Little Europe, originally used for Universal's first ever Academy Award-winning film, All Quiet on the Western Front, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 1931. And since then, all sorts of other big-time productions have utilized this area. Fans of Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean movies, this was seen in the first 3 of those movies, as Tortuga and as Port Royal. In fact, the blacksmith shop that Orlando Bloom worked at is this little road that veers up to the left there. Now, in just a few moments, directly ahead of us, we're going to be approaching a set, actually. The brand new morning talk show Home and Family, starring Mark Steinitz and Christina Ferrari, is currently shooting an episode that's going to air tomorrow on the Hallmark Channel. So now I'm going to go off the microphone for just a couple of moments or so. So make sure you get your cameras out because you never know what you might see. We're back, everybody. Now, the Home and Family set is over there to the left. That big house we actually built in about 3 months period of time. All right, now we're going to go ahead and enter a sound stage, a real working sound stage here, stage 50, the only two-story sound stage we have here on the lot. Inside, there's a big blockbuster production that we do out probably sometime next year. They're off on a break right now. The crew is all gone, but everything has been left ready for the next shot. So I'm going to use this opportunity right now to talk about a movie term called continuity. You see, movies are comprised of dozens of different shots and a lot of different camera angles, and it's the job of the script supervisor to make sure that everything looks exactly the same in every shot. Don't worry about that. Just call me California Tremor. We get them all the time. Most don't even feel it. Here's how it's saying. Hang on to your seats here, everyone. Just hang on. Cars 340, you might want to watch out for that big old truck about to crash right in you guys. Oh my gosh.
Take a look behind you.
There.
Alright, not to worry, I'm sure we'll all be perfectly safe as long as we remain seated while keeping arms and legs inside of the tram at all times. And remember, your important earthquake safety procedures: duck and cover and hold, or stop, drop, and roll.
Fire! Fire! Lumpy bumpy.
Oh, that's not good. That guy gonna hurt the brakes. He's gonna crash with the brakes. Then he's gonna get
look
through
out!
there.
Look out! Look out!
Alright, I think the worst of it's over now, guys.
Uh-oh.
Apparently not. We brought the water main. We're going in for a swim. Hold your breath, everybody. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now that right there was an 8.3 on the Richter scale earthquake. Those of you who are not native to California, that happens all the time. We always forget about it. But if you are not from California, I'm going to show you.
I got a little wet.
Piece of footage, what this thing actually looks like up on the big screen. This is what happens when an earthquake is in Erminger Day. As seen from the TV series Focus. Man, I gotta tell you something, this has been a really rough day at work today so far. I mean, first we get attacked by giant monkeys and spinning dinosaurs and dancing cars, and then almost got crushed by an 8.3 on the Richter scale earthquake. I really need a vacation right about now, so let's head on over to Amity Island, shall we? Nice, quiet New England Island beach. Great, perfect for the nerves. I know that was terrorized many, many years ago by a great white man-eating shark named Jaws. We don't need to worry about him, he's hanging up there.
Hey, look out there.
No, apparently there's another shark in the water. That's not good because Officer George is still in there. George, you might want to get out of the water there, man. The shark is coming right at you. George, hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait, no, there's still hope. There's still for George. He's okay. He's okay, everybody. Oh, no. Oh.
You stay right here.
All right, well, I think there's some shark dead on the yellow floating lagoon. That's great. The shark took the bait. That's not the bait. So it just took out the rest of the pier. There's all that explosive gasoline. Oh my God. This is not good at all because if any of these tanks catch on fire, they are
Woo, it's warm.
exploding. We'll be in a whole world of hurt, everybody. Say hi to Jaws.
Whoa! Here he is! Ah!
Brand shark.
That's the whole thing. All that.
Clean open, man.
Done.
It's okay, Deacon.
You get scared by the shark?
See every day, folks.
No, you didn't get scared by the No, she didn't care.
That you see it every single day, many times a day. If you look behind you, you'll see the only shark in captivity that
See,
can
look,
keep his backstroke.
he's going backwards.
By the way, up the hill, there's some production right now. Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing commercial is shooting on what used to be known as Wisteria Lane for ABC's Desperate Housewives. So I'm going to go off the microphone for a couple of minutes. Get your cameras out, though, because if you keep them aimed to the left, we're going to be driving past what used to be Wisteria Lane. You're going to get a chance to see some production vehicles for that upcoming commercial I was telling you about. And I'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
Buy a couple more points. Film a commercial up there too, so we can see. Watch it. Yeah, watch it
Oh my God! The video, when is he gonna stop?
He stopped. We're supposed to be quiet. They're waiting for these trucks ahead of us to go past.